Hey everyone, I'm Mark, and today on the Places We've Been, I'm talking about Pinedale, Wyoming. Pinedale is a small town with a local population of a little over 2,000 in the western part of the state, centered about vertically. Feel of the town. So what is Pinedale like? Pinedale is a western town and it feels like it. The highway slows down from 70 miles per hour to 25 while passing through this town. There is a lot of ranching here, but also a lot of outdoor adventure. It has a central downtown strip while also bordering some amazing lakes and jagged mountains called the Wind River Range. As far as eats and drinks go, there are several restaurants in Pinedale. They range in price and style, everything from burger shacks to luxurious lakefront dining. There's also variety. The town has a full-service brewery, 2 Mexican restaurants, pizza place, a couple burger shacks, like I mentioned, a Chinese restaurant, and even a Subway. And like I said, there are a couple more expensive lakefront options a short drive away from town. As far as coffee goes, the most notable is Pine Coffee Supply, which is a roaster and full craft shop, very similar in feel and quality to what you'd find downtown in a big city. It's so unexpected that something like this is here in such a small and remote place, but it's absolutely fantastic and you really need to stop by if you're in the area and like coffee. As for alcohol, there are a couple notable bars along the main drag whose neon signs have been icons in the town for many decades. For the family factor, is Pinedale family friendly? Definitely. There are a few spots for kids to have fun on play equipment, a fishing pond, sandy beach on the lake with adjacent campsites, numerous hiking trails, town events, and a nicely revamped public school system. In terms of attractions, there is a museum. It is called Museum of the Mountain Man, and it is definitely worth admission. It basically covers the Wind River Rendezvous, where fur traders used to meet and, well, trade. And that's kind of where like the term a buck comes from, because like a buck was currency, meaning like a deer. And as far as attractions for kids goes, the Pinedale Aquatic Center, known to locals as the Pack, is a fantastic place for kids and adults alike. And the most notable, in my opinion, it has a huge water slide, lazy river, and a shallow area for little ones, kind of like a splash pad, as well as a full workout facility and basketball and all that kind of stuff. Onto wheels, pedals, and shoes. For biking, there's a dedicated path through town, and of course you can ride on the roads, but mountain biking is where biking shines. There's actually a whole book on the trails around the area, which is pretty sweet. And in terms of walking, really the name of the game is hiking. And hiking here is incredible. You can literally get lost in this wilderness. There are countless trails and free space to explore if that's your thing. There are several 13ers here, most notable being Fremont Peak, meaning 13,000-foot peaks, which tower above the town. But truly, hiking here is like in Colorado, but with drastically less people. As for the great outdoors and the beauty of surroundings, Pinedale sits next to a high plains desert and mesa, while, like I mentioned, also bordering the jagged and enormous Wind River Range, which features Wyoming's highest mountain, Gannett Peak, at 13,810 feet, not to mention several huge alpine lakes and real glaciers. Speaking of the lakes, Fremont and Half Moon are easily accessible from town, and both are directly snowpack fed, so this is very fresh water. And by the way, Fremont Lake is very deep at 610 feet or so. It's 12 miles long and a mile wide, making it a premier spot for boating and fishing. And while people certainly do swim in it, the water temp never gets especially warm. It basically gets up to about 60 degrees in the heat of summer, so pretty chilly. A big special nature feature of Pinedale is the wildlife. This is the place that you will find a moose in your backyard, or mountain lion, or deer, or whatever you want. In fact, as of filming this right this minute, there is a moose just on the other side of some willow bushes, so I'm keeping my eye out because I can hear them kind of twitching and stuff, the branches, and a little nervous about that, so yeah. As for the weather here is absolutely beautiful in the summer. Better than most places in the country, in fact, but the winters are punishing. While lots of folks stay and deal with the cold, many residents flee to warmer places like Mesquite, Arizona for half the year. Best Places rates the comfort index at an astounding 8.6 in the summer, with a dismal 3.8 in the winter. If you're gonna move here, you better like snow because they get 59 inches a year. Onto the campground review. We stayed at Yellowstone Trails RV Resort, which is a newer park and a very nice one. They have clean, level gravel spots with lighting, plenty of side-to-side space, and perfect access into town. Backing a large fifth wheel in can be a little bit of a challenge because they planted kind of a lot of trees, but one cool feature is that you can rent a hot tub here. The only downside, or maybe the upside depending on your hobbies, is that it borders the town's golf course, meaning errant balls fly in and damage stuff. So we actually have a nice new ding on our rear door now. Now for a couple miscellaneous items. The thing about Pinedale is it's becoming an overflow of Jackson, also known as Jackson Hole, which, if you're not familiar with it, is a very upper-class resort town with amazing skiing but completely unaffordable housing and cost of living. Think of places like Aspen, Colorado or Park City, Utah. People are being pushed out of Jackson due to rising prices and into Pinedale, from where many now commute. Consequently, this is raising Pinedale's cost of living. The other thing to know is that there are limited services here, so you can't choose from a bunch of dentists or auto repair places. There's really only like kind of one of each here, and going anywhere for more of what you might need will require at least an hour-and-a-half drive one way. My overall impression of Pinedale is that it's an incredible place with a lot to offer. It's also a very remote place with limited services within town, cold winters, and a low level of diversity. It's an outdoor enthusiast paradise, but could also be a retired person's nightmare. Pinedale's definitely a place that can be about what you're all about. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and let me know in the comments if you've ever been here or anywhere like what I've described. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon.